Did you catch that reference to falling down in Ant-Man and the Wasp? All the different material types represented here, except for the substandard one that you typically only see on white labeled junkers. Anyway, let's get some Corrody-Go-Nuts going on up in here. Up in here? Up in here.
Is shooting bullets just not cool enough for you?
Oh, if this was a masher. Not going to buy it because it doesn't really fulfill any of my needs. It's just awesome. And if I didn't already have the revolvers that I have, this would be a good purchase. Not a bad price either. Good parts, good stats. Barrel 5. And I don't know what else.
In a world of no guarantees, you can always count on Marcus. Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines in there scary needles?
Still no Dahl gone shield. I had to do that running gag. Yeah. And yes, I must do my compulsive scavenger run. Remember, it's not just about being economically viable in the here and now. It's about being economically viable in the future. I've got almost $500,000 double dollars.
Who knows what you're gonna find in the vault?
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
How about an opportunity to score a Dahl gone shield? Of course, if I were to find one here, it would be level 34. If I find, let's say, a Hornet or an Anaconda, and it's a level 34, I will stash it for sure. That only happens because they had to put this sign right here. Video game logic. What are you bringing me in all this crap for? Quoting Sidorovich, but I could imagine Marcus saying the same thing. If this was Playthru 2, I'd be checking the shops every single time. Because this is the place where you can get the good stuff. Until you're on Playthru 2.5, that is. then you'll want to advance further into the domain of this DLC. This DLC is intended for Playthru 2.5. I wonder if Borderlands Remastered will replace Playthru 2.5 with a legit, straight-up Playthru 3 that resets all the DLCs the same way Playthru 2 does.
Look at all this stuff.
It's white label, poorly parted junk. Only good for its resale value. If I were to find a level 34 mercenary comm, I would consider reserving it for later. You don't have to plan that far ahead. Planning ahead is wise, but you don't have to plan so drastically far ahead. Typically, you don't need to, you probably don't even need to plan as far ahead as I do most of the time. It's just my nature to do so. Insert reference to MBTI, socionics, Ep.5, Hippocratic temperament theory, etc. Oh, and Enneagram. Let's not forget Enneagram. I'm a Type 5 with a 6-wing. Try Type 514. The archetypal researcher type person who overanalyzes everything. Which is probably exactly why this type of game appeals to me, with all of its details and such. Of course, I like the story, too. The story and the gameplay. Just like Stalker, I like all those dimensions of the game. I don't agree with John Carmack that story in a video game is not important. He believes that only the gameplay is important. Whereas story is, he compared it to a story in porn. It's expected to be there, but is essentially superfluous. Good sights on what looks like sort of a vent rib. I don't agree with that perspective. I agree more with John Romero. Carmack is the left brain, Romero is the right brain.
We'll speak again.
And of course, I have a phone call to contend with. Just a moment. I'm back. Take a swig of my drink here. Oh, it's nice and cold. Feels good on my throat. Still giving me level 7 junk. My INFP BFF. He likes the Fallout games. I refer to him that way because we've been friends since the early 90s. I guess I'm kind of like the Randall to his Dante. In some ways, in other ways, sometimes we're the other way around. Just depends on the situation. Well, he likes the Fallout games. He doesn't care too much for Stalker, and he's mostly neutral toward Borderlands. Like, I tried to describe to him what an allegiance run is, and the idea just seemed totally baffling to him. Bone Shredder what now? Screw that noise. Check this out. That's pretty good right there. See, once again, I'm not just thinking about myself here. I'm thinking about, well, what if I was doing a different allegiance with a different character? Oh, look at that. Two of the exact same. And they're level 7 white labeled junkers. But still, to see two of anything that are built from exactly the same parts is a rare occurrence.
Do these teeth make my gums look fat?
No, they don't. Don't be so self-conscious over silly things like that. And still need a fire weapon. I mean, I could be a contender with what I've got, but if I fight a Corrody skag, a great big Corrody-Go-Nuts skag, I'll have to rely on shot placement to take it down. Shot placement and power weapons.
Is shooting bullets just not cool enough for you? Get a Marley and light some people on fire.
I know everything that shop's going to have is going to be under level, but I'm still curious to see how high it goes, whether it goes up to 13, 15, or 16. I'm pretty sure it's one of those numbers.
Let's get out of here. Get some wheels.
Just prolonging the inevitable.
Step right up.
Just checking the shops, then I'll come back here. Even if I don't have a shield.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles?
Really don't understand why they're treating Dahl shields like they're such a big deal. Just because they protect from acid a little bit, and I already have an acid weapon, so there's really no logic behind it. Just like there's, well, the thing with the Vladov machine guns being level 4 up until you get to, I think, New Haven, I want to say, that is most likely a programming oversight. Whereas this issue with the Dahl shields being gone, doggone it,
Let's get you rolling.
is more likely it's just the game screwing with me.
Let's get out of here.
Because I know level 16 Dahl shields exist. But apparently they only become unlocked once you hit level 25, which is the next tier up for Dahl, which means level 16 Dahl shields only become available once they're completely outmoded and you don't need them anymore. No logic to that.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly...
Not interested in white label.
Your mission was good. The SN's philosophy is tech plus...
Level 7. 7. Level 16 stuff does occur in that shop, so I don't understand what the point is of oh, this has the over-exaggerated reload animation. I don't like that. That's going to distract me. But I'll tolerate it. Watch me go down right away because she jumped out the... Well, yep. What'd I tell you? Unreliable every time. I almost died. I probably would not have been able to score a second win because you have to shoot from the hip. See, what happened there was I tapped that psycho just enough to knock his health down so that he would go into suicide mode, kamikaze mode. And because you can't control which direction you jump out, the game just decided to randomly force me to jump out in exactly the wrong direction. Had I jumped out the other way, I could have scrammed in the opposite direction. That dude would have had to run around my Jeep here, Outrunner. See, you can't rely on anything. This is why I'm such a control freak, because I know I can't rely on chance. Give me a reason not to be a control freak, and I won't be a control freak anymore. But until you give me a logical reason, then I have to be. And I'm not just talking about how things are in video games. I'm talking about everyday life too.
400% more awesome. Also, torque doesn't make the guns out of freaking wood.
Barrel 5, body 5, stock 1, sight 1. Barrel 1, low accuracy, but it's a twin shot, so you'd be using that kind of like almost a shotgun. Same for this. And if I was wearing a shield, that encounter would not have been a big deal. See, why did she hop out to the right that time right there, whereas she hopped out to the left the time before? There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just random. You can't rely on chance, not if your goal is to get results. Lawful good is a force for liberation, not oppression.
The Crimson Lance got nothing on my weapons.
Stomper.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and there's here ain't no PCs out there, and you'll be happy upon funded us.
Yeah.
You can always trust the gun at your side.
You notice how Sledge has a shield you have to break. And if you do shot crystal harvest, you get the means of doing that with your action skill. I hate this scope. It makes it so hard to use this otherwise excellent gun because it doesn't have enough scope. It doesn't have enough zoom. So all it basically does is it cuts off your peripheral vision. It's so hard to aim with. I'd rather just have iron sights. I say that every time. Well, I'm going to keep saying it. I'm predicting already that Borderlands Remastered is not going to fix any of these problems because nobody but me perceives them as problems. But they are problems. Just like 12-round mags shouldn't exist. In my neck of the woods, 30 rounds isn't high capacity, it's standard capacity. Oh, forget this. I hate this scope too.
Aw, did that hurt?
These chintzy low-zoom scopes should not exist. You're better off with iron sights. Something's killing my frame rate. Probably things I have. Well, of course, it's other things I have going on. I hate not having a shield. There's no logical reason for it. No rhyme or reason to it. Sniper rifles are for chumps. No more shotgun scopes. And no more structurally superfluous scopes. Replace low zoom scopes with, I don't know, dot sights or reflex sights. That would at least have some semblance of logic to it. You don't really need any amount of zoom with iron sights or reflex sights or dot sights, but for gameplay purposes, it adds variety, I guess, but a low zoom scope is just structurally superfluous. I reiterate, all it does is it cuts off your peripheral vision. I know it's the type 1 part. That shouldn't matter. Things that serve no purpose should not exist. It's an insult to the cosmos.
First aid kit. You won't regret it.
That sounds a bit extreme when I hear myself say it. I don't think that's really what I mean to say. What I mean to say is, just don't make things structurally superfluous. Nope. Oh, great. Really? You can't navigate your own... You can't navigate your own architecture? See, level 4. That'll be for later. Hell, it doesn't have sights, but I'll keep it. That's pretty good right there if you're playing as Morty, especially, or if you're just doing a Vladoff Allegiance run. Notice, remember, I refrained from buying one of these earlier. Twin shot repeater, because it didn't have sights. If it had sights, I would have bought it.
If you need healing, step right up. Remember, you can always count on Marcos for the best guns around. Guns can improve accuracy, regenerate ammo, or even heal you. Get yours right here.
$67.5, that's not really all that bad for a twin shot, because remember, any firearm that unleashes 2 or more projectiles per shot has an accuracy rating measured basically like a shotgun. Sort of like a shotgun. We could say this is kind of like a flechette pistol.
This is where the cars live. Get you one.
Why am I opening these? I just bought ammo.
Let's get you rolling.
Enough walking. Let's get some wheels.
More awesome. Also, torque doesn't make the guns out of freaking wood.
Do you find it odd that I would rather use a twin shot repeater than a sniper rifle? It's not that I'm using it as a substitute for a sniper rifle, because you can't do that. That's not its purpose. It's really only because that sniper rifle that I have, the one that I left in my Underdome bank, hard to aim without sights. It has scope 1 and stock 1. I can't tolerate that. Barrel 1 is fine, but scope 1 and stock 1? No. Notice how I'm aiming kind of off to the side? Yeah, this is kind of random with its accuracy. Not a terrible backup weapon, but not exceptional in any way either. If it had a good enough barrel to give it an accuracy rating of at least 80, let's say, then it could be kind of decent.
If you need healing, step right up. Your grenade should do more than just explode. Customize your grenades with a new mod today.
Yeah, if this can't even make that distance, which is something a real handgun can do with ease, if it's except maybe a pocket pistol. Yeah, this is no good. It would be fine if it had a better barrel, but I gave it a whirl. Doesn't matter. It's not that it's green. It's entirely the barrel type that's holding it back. I think it's a Type 2 barrel. This has a Type 2 barrel. But because it's a Dahl, it can get away with it. Same is true for BL1 and Atlas. Oh, I just hate that exaggerated reload animation. It's not the speed, it's the number of motions. See, the idea when you're utilizing dexterity in any task, not limited to the reloading of firearms, is to make the fewest number of motions possible to achieve the desired result. Was curious to see if that
Let's see what we've got.
weapon sight was still there. Oh, great. Barrel 5 on that BL1. BL1 goes from 15 to 25.
You never should have come here. Now you're gonna burn.
Yes, feel it.
Hyperion goes from 15 to 24. Dahl goes from 16 to 25. And level 16 is specifically a tier for Dahl and Penguin. Hyperion starts doing their own thing with level tiers starting at level 24. Well, the game's not going to let me have either a shield or a fire weapon, so I might as well just go for it and see what happens. What if I manage to get all the way through Arid Hills, doing absolutely everything there is to do here without ever finding a shield? Another phone call. Always the phone calls. Just a moment. I'm back.
Only buy the best. If the vault is real, you'll be able to afford it.
Level 16. Dahl grenades. Standard and Corrody. Exploding and Corrody. Yet no Dahl shield.
Make sure it's you.
So if acid is what's holding it back from being brought into existence, there's no excuse. That's
Going up against a
pistol I just sold
you need a better gun.
has the type of sights I want, and it's a white level 2. Good. No rhyme or reason, no logic. Just total randomness. I think I should get some shotgun action going on up in here. Sprint! I hate it when I have to press the sprint key more than once.
Step right up.
I think you can endure everything there is to endure here in the Arid Hills region if you have at least level 10 gear. Did I just score a double whammy? It looked like I took out 2 skags at the same time. Like that. Double whammy. Or 2-for-1 sale. I could just get rid of that twin shot repeater, but it could make a handy backup weapon for up close work against skags if I run out of shotgun shells. Guess I should have brought my... Nope, never mind. Sniper rifles really are for chumps. No, that's not true. I'm only saying that because that's the flavor text for the Jacobs Striker. Sprint. Not sprint, but phase past all of these guys. Would make sense to check this red chest. First. Use key didn't do anything, melee didn't do anything, because it's in the water. For some reason, things being in the water confuses this game. Okay, here we go. Plan was screwed up. Plan got screwed up because... because of you. I get the distract ones, the ones that are distracting me from my main thing out of the way first. Ah! Oh wait, that's just a normal badass fire scat. Frag stealer. I always forget which one's Mo and which one's Marley. Level 19 has a tier for Torg, Vladoff, and Atlas. So confusing to aim with this thing. See? So pointless. Of course, I would still take this phony baloney Malarchius Maximus excuse for a reflex sight over a scope on a shotgun any day. It's still not optimal though. Give me iron sights or give me death. Probably a junker. Ugh. Don't need zoom. Any zoom at all. It's so confusing. There, I couldn't dodge because I backed myself into the scenery. I don't like shooting from the hip. 80s hip fire is Hollywood malarkey. Malarchius Maximus. Was that a level 1, Teddy, or a level 13? It's a level 1. Don't insult me. I don't need to concern myself with cashola. Which contradicts what I said before. Well, let me rephrase. I don't need to concern myself with pocket change. That's what I mean to say. But you probably figured what I meant anyway. we go. Mode equals fire. What am I stuck? Oh, great. I'm stuck on the scenery at the worst possible moment. Notice how I'm not using my revolver on the things that don't really need it. I think fire is more effective on Marley. You know what? I should do that. To reserve my revolver for mode. Come on, move. Move. Move! You do what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it, and you'll survive. Every time you run a certain distance away, certain enemies will regen their health, which is a rip-off. See, now I'm almost dead. Oh, I made it. Well, it's not like this is a one-life chance, but still, like I always say, I play the game, I try to play the game like it is a one-life chance, even when it's not. At a level 13. How generous. Should I go hunt more skags? Or should I turn this mission in? Footwork. See that? I took the shield off just in time. Never benefited from it. Just because I really want this repeater to be purposeful. It actually does the job if you're close enough to jam it in the enemy's face. I jumped. See, it can take on an alpha. Screw it. It's not good enough. It was worth a shot. Don't get stuck on scenery. Spitter Skag's immune to Corrody. So you get the Doomstick. Oh, that animation. Don't insult me with a white 7. You're Malawan, you should be at least 15 in this area. Wait, isn't there a... supposed to be a red chest? Yeah, no, I'm thinking of a different area. Fooled you. I love fooling them into spitting in the wrong direction. Any and all of the skags that spit at you. Another 7. Oh yeah, I forgot. Most of these skags are below level 15. Mo and Marley are 15. That pistol has the type of sights I want. Maybe I could take the sights off that and put it on my heinously inaccurate twin-shot pistol. I might just turn this mission in and call it, or I might decide to do one or more of the... Oh, look at that. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before. I might do Raid Saban's arena missions. Insert Stalker reference. That was the base damage that or maybe the way it works is on higher... Oh, look at that. And here I was concerned. It's because I remember what Corrody-Go-Nuts skags are like on its own sportsmanship style. What Corrody skags are like on Playthru 2 or 2.5 when you're underleveled. Or it doesn't have to be a Corrody, any big elemental skag on Playthru 2 or 2.5.
First aid kit. You won't regret it. The Crimson Lance got nothing on my weapons.
Yeah, I gave it a try. Over $500,000. Not bad, not bad. Fire SMG.
Hyperion asks, what good is a gun that doesn't shoot where you point? Get a gun that's as accurate as you are.
If that was a masher, it would be pretty good.
If you need healing, step right up.
Skip 20 seconds.
Atlas spares no expense in making guns
Thumper.
that excel in every
Screw that
area.
noise. Good barrel, though.
Always something new. Visit all our convenient locations. Get your mans here. You can't ever be too rich, too good looking, or too well armed.
Oh. Go ahead and sell this. Pretty sure I'll find a better one by the time I hit
Good damage,
level
high fire
25.
rate, and recoil reduction into one lethal weapon.
I'm not doing sledge until I've done shot crystal. It's not obligatory.
Still haven't found the vault.
That's right, I forgot that you get that. All right. Still have some time before I go run some errands.
Don't be shy now, come on, catch a ride. You catch a ride.
Let's get out of here.
So I could either
Walking.
do the arena battles, and by the way, New Haven is kind of like the 100 rats of Borderlands 1, wouldn't you say? Not even bothering with these shops that have proved themselves to be unreliable. You know what? I'll save the arena battles for next time. And instead, well, let me check this shot.
Who needs a real locker when you got my machines in there scaring needles?
Practically empty. Check this shop. Then I'll check those red chests. Oh, I'm on the verge of level 19. And it's totally possible to score level 19 class mods.
Needs a real doctor when you got my machines and they're scary needles. Your grenades should do more than just
Doggone it.
customize your grenades with a new mod today.
What was that I was talking about in a past episode about Jacob's casual allegiance?
Don't be shy now. I got you right now.
Casual allegiance means you're allowed to fill in the gaps,
Wheels.
which in Jacob's case would be shield and grenade mod. I think most would choose, most would fill those gaps in with some brand that occurs on the same level tiers as Jacob's, which means SNS, TDR, and Ancient. Only you can't go SNS because that's elemental, which breaks away from the Jacob's ethos.
If I'm lucky.
So you could go TDR or Ancient. But Ancient is kind of high-tech too because of the health steal. I don't know, either one would work. And 4 slots, but only 3 weapon types. So what do? How do you fill in 4 slots with only 3 weapon types? Well, you could go high accuracy revolver, master revolver, bladed shotgun, and sniper rifle of your choice.
I keep getting better.
Jacob's is, for the most part, a Morty style of brand. Type 2 barrel. Lower accuracy. Least accurate barrel type. Did you see that? Shot went right to the side. I hate that reload animation. I can tolerate a slow reload, but the over-exaggerated animation is what irritates me.
Time to play!
Come on! I hate shooting without aiming. But that was Iron Sight's distance right there. Oh, great. Atlas shields look cool, don't they? With all their fancy colors. That's almost a perfectly parted shield. Best part in the middle, the dog dish hubcap. Best part on the left side, the 3 prongs, and a good enough part on the right side.
Let's see what we've got.
Hey, let's get you rolling, man. Let's get you rolling.
Enough walking.
That claptrap has almost Dahl colors.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines in there scaring needles? Always something new. Visit all our convenient locations. Forget your ride.
I guess I'll check this shop one more time.
Is shooting bullets just not cool enough for you? Get a Marley and light some people on fire.
That could come in handy as, at least as a placeholder. Can't believe I'm level 19 and I still don't have a shield. I especially can't believe I haven't died yet. It's not that I'm exceptionally good. I'm no Gathalion or Barbary. It's that I pick my battles and I choose the right weapons. When it comes to an electric shield breaker, I prefer a revolver.
Dahl makes guns for professional.
I was hoping this would be a masher.
Accurate and effective, assuming you're strong enough to hold one.
Not even going to bother checking the other shops. I didn't look at the time on the shop timer. You ever notice how enemies, more often than not, at least this early in the game, drop stuff that's drastically below their level? Like how Bonehead, a level 10 mini-boss, drops a level 3 Bone Shredder. On Playthru-2, it's much better. It's, I think level 40? Or possibly 31, which are both tiers for TDOR. Level 15. 15, so this shop goes at least as high as 15. Was that 6 minutes? Yeah. Sweet. 6:10 in the East Wing. Total Recall reference. That was Doug Quaid's hotel number. 610. Why do I remember that? Oh yeah, I've already been here. Tempted to go to Jacob's Cove, not only for the shops, but for that red chest.
Do these teeth make my gums look fat?
I was just looking at the number on that. Two perfect parts on this, the left and the right. Doggone it.
Over here! I need your help with something.
I'll go ahead and check Jacob's Cove. Then the shops will change over. Then I'll go to Headstone Mine. And check that shop. Maybe a few other shops along the way, and then I'll call it. Acquiring the right gear for the right task is sort of a mission unto itself.
Thank you, valuable Jacobs employee, for your continuing patience during this transitional...
I'm cool with that.
Your satisfaction is
Because for me, that's like solving a puzzle.
to make Jacobs #1 in customer satisfaction and satisfaction.
Only it's a more abstract sort of puzzle. It's like putting the right tools in your toolbox.
Here's a free tip, soon-to-be zombie-paced man. You can't kill already dead flesh, so corrosive guns won't do deadly to a zombie.
Oh, good parts on this. Barrel 1. No, Barrel 5. body 5, stock 3 or 4, topped off with a chintzy sight 1 and a 12-round mag. But otherwise, not bad, not bad.
Just can't carry enough bullets for your favorite gun? Sounds like you need a storage tank upgrade.
The boat can leave now. Tell the crew. Scram.
Shields and healing, that's what I'm feeling.
As expected, whole lot of nothing. But it was still worth a shot. Did one of them actually nick me? It sounded like it did.
Dr. Ned gave me the following awards this year. Most effective flat trap in life-threatening situations. Hottest performer of mid-80s.
Flame of the Firehawk.
Master orator. And best kisser.
I wonder if she took the name Firehawk in reference to the legendary repeater made by BL1. Don't insult me with a level 5 white label.
Hyperion asks, what gun is it that doesn't shoot where you point? Get a gun that's as accurate as you are.
Let's see if it'll skip the last 20 seconds. Yep.
Iron Atlas, and you too can see what it feels like to hold the power of the gods in your hands.
Barrel 5, body 3, stock 3 or 4, I don't know which, sight 1 and a chintzy 12-round mag, but I'm eager for something new. And these are, depending on how you look at, most prioritize Cobra over Stomper. What was the label color on that? Blue. Yeah.
There's been some talk that certain employees have been embracing.
And what was its prefix? Desert Cobra.
Not manufactured by the Jacobs Corporation for their elemental.
Intense Cobra, I believe, is the top choice. Certainly, if you're playing Ranger Morty and you're going for what I call the designated marksman build, or if you're doing Tediore Morty, an Intense Cobra will be your substitute for a sniper rifle. Tediore Ranger Morty. Tediore Ranger Morty designated marksman. Or you could try your luck with an Intense Pounder, but you'll be less impressed with it. That's not bad. It has the Type 2 sight that I prefer. Barrel 1, body 5, stock 1, sight 1, and a chintzy 12-round mag. So why the damage dip? Well, it's only 2 points of damage difference. If they're both Cobras and this one is both one level higher and one rarity rating higher, because type 5 body. And so this is barrel 1 body 5 and this is barrel 5 body 3. That's why. Type 5 barrels, I think, often, if not always, have a damage drop-off. But they make up for it with their primo accuracy. Corrody-Go-Nuts. I got zombie puke all over me while not wearing a shield. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to see if I could come back through using the other door. Because that unlocks and you can come back through it the same way you came in. But if you stay too long in town, it shuts and locks for some reason. You have to come back through this way. I don't know why.
I'm really good at this.
This is what I mean right here. This door. Let's see if it's locked. Yep. It's locked now because I came back through the other way. I don't understand why it's like that. I mean, what difference does it make that I came back through the other way? Now I'll check. Underdome. Shops. Drop off my static SMG, which is really only for backup. Anyway, see how that compares to what I've got. Pretty sure what I've got's better. Yep. That could be fun. I do like blades. I prefer them on shotguns, though, for reasons already discussed in past episodes. While I'm here, I should see how my new rifle compares with this one. Favorably in every way. Except the scope. I mean, despite the fact that... Oh, no, wait. I was thinking of something else. Or my eyes were fooling me for a moment. I looked at that and I thought, body 4. But no, that's body 1. So... should I take the Stomper or the Cobra? I'll reserve the Stomper for later use, and I'll take the Cobra with me. Rocking a good loadout here. Oh.
Get out of here.
Have fun!
Enough walking.
If not, I'm skipping these shops. I'm going right to the one that has the highest probability of maybe having the thing I need. Boof. I knew she would jump out the wrong way. I had this side of the vehicle facing in the direction I wanted to go. Sometimes you can just predict that something is going to happen in exactly the way you don't want it to happen, just because of the nature of things.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles?
3 of the exact same shield parted in exactly the same way.
You can always trust the gun at your side.
Now I'll go check the shop down in the fruit cellar. Then I'll head back to...
This is Carsley. I can't catch you right now.
Let's get some
Don't need to
wheels.
spawn 2 vehicles this time. Then I'll head back to my Underdome lobby base camp and call it.
Aw, did that hurt?
If you find that your gun just doesn't hold enough bullets, then SNS has the solution.
Not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad.
Have extended magazines.
If you were doing a Malawan Allegiance run as any character, you could buy both of these and they'd make a good pair. Or if you weren't doing an Allegiance run and you were playing as Brick, and you had any number of skill points invested in Dahl, you could buy that pair of Corrody-Go-Nuts Malawan weapons and you would be pretty well equipped. Malawan, believe it or not, is a good brand for Brick. But you can't do an Allegiance run, at least not absolute Allegiance, Malawan Brick style, because Malawan doesn't make a class mod for Brick. At least I don't think they do. But if you're just using Malawan weapons, then they work great for Brick. You can go Bombardier, which is a class mod made by Dahl and Tedior. Two companies that don't make rocket launchers. At least not handheld portable rocket launchers. Remember, Tedior manufactures the machine guns and rocket launchers that go on vehicles, which is why they have unlimited ammo.
Budget, TDR is always the way to go.
So with Bombardier Brick, you could have an exploding Malawan revolver and exploding Malawan sniper rifle, and then combine those with a fire launcher and an acid launcher. And with Bombardier class mod with Material 3, you would have launcher ammo regen. So I've tried that before. It works. It works well. Especially if you're maxed out on Endowed and you have a 5-line purple Bombardier, 5-line purple Bombardier class mod that grants 3 or 4 extra points to Endowed. Super awesome loadout right there. And totally effective. But now I'm going to call it. So catch you on the flip side and see you next mission, slabs.